Hello there, this is Deaney. In this video or in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to create this stylized paper bleeding hearts. Well, giant, large version. You can use it as a wall decor, a home decor, a shop decor. Basically, it's a decor that you can use to decorate, whatever space that you need to decorate. Most especially for Valentine, since these are, shaped as hearts. So personally, I have made the template and have used it for a retail display that I did 2 years ago at a local boutique or a shop here in Rochester, New York. So this tutorial will be 2 parts. We will be creating this one first, the closed version, and the second part we will be creating this open version. Before we jump into the tutorial, what are the tools and materials that you need to be able to make this beauties? So first things first, the template is available in our website, so you can check out the link down in the description down below. And then second, I have cut this using my LOKLiK cutting machine. You can also use Cricut, Cameo Silhouette. Just a note, this template contains score lines. I have thought of adding like core lines that are like, jagged, so you won't need like a scoring tool or things like that. But yeah, it will be kind of hard and it will take you forever. So I really do suggest having the score lines cut with a blade. I know the most common cutting machine is a Cricut. With Cricut, for you to be able to use the scoring blade, you need to have a maker. But you can kind of dupe that. I don't have a maker myself. I only have like a Cricut Explorer series. So I do use the scoring stylus. This of course can create like score lines, but it is dull. It is not as easy to fold compared to if you're going to use a blade to score. So what I just do, the score lines created by this will be like the guide, and then I just like manually lightly cut it using a cutter like this. That's what I do. Or if you have a Cameo Silhouette or a LOKLiK cutting machine, then perfect, because you can use the same blade to create like light scores that will be your score lines. So that's for the machine that I used to cut this. A PDF will also be available. So what we're going to do is the score lines will be broken lines, so you can cut along those lines. So that's the main tool. As for the main material, of course, paper. I do suggest using a very thick paper for this, or cardstock. I have used 110-pound cardstock for this, which is, I think, like 160 plus GSM. And you might be wondering why this is red. Just because this is the paper that I do have in the work that I did. So I have used pink. You can of course do that too. The most common bleeding hearts are pink. The ones that my neighbor has is like pink, and then like this one is like dark pink. You can absolutely do that. You can change, mix and match the colors. It's up to you. Let us do the closed version first because it is easier and it has less pieces or components. So this is what we'll be needing. For the heart part, we do need 2 of these and 2 of these. The rest, this is what we'll be needing. First step, fold along the score lines. Then do this for the rest of the pieces. Do not forget to fold the sides as well. And the flaps. So there we go. So we have 2 pairs. One pair will be the front and then the other will be the back. It doesn't really matter which pair will be the front or the back. When you have been folding, you may notice one flap will have the flaps and the other will not have the flaps. So for this one, we are basically just going to attach them like this. As I've mentioned earlier, I highly recommend using hot glue. I have used tacky glue in my previous display and it wasn't nice. The only thing that will be challenging here is you gotta attach it immediately, or else the hot glue will, you know, cool down. Do the same for the other piece. This one we will be pushing out because this will attach here, and then the rest we will be attaching here. I'm gonna attach here first. And you can attach from the inside like this. Just make sure that they are aligned. So we are done with the half part. Let us do the same for this one. When you are done with your two halves, you just gotta select which goes up front and which goes at the back. But basically, we are going to attach them together using this middle part, or like connectors. This one goes up here. Make sure that they are the same length with this part. And the fun part, we are just going to connect. So this came in a bit shorter, so I just adjusted. Let's do the same for this side. So for the end part, I do suggest starting here first, and then you go here and then connect this part. And then connect this part. And we are almost there. So we gotta connect this too. I forgot to connect this. And then we'll connect them. So I think I'm going to start here at the bottom first. So we'll have something that is already attached. So just connect them like this. Okay, yay, we've done the half part. Now we just gotta finish the other part. So this part you might find a bit challenging because you gotta push it in. It's a bit challenging, but it's doable, of course. You might want to use your scissors to like push the flaps toward this one, the connector, because my fingers can't reach it anymore. So almost there. And then close it. So it will be very normal to have like a good part and a bad part. I think this is like my bad face, so I'm gonna use like this for the, you know, good face. Now, the next thing that we are going to do is the tail. So let's call this the tail, the one that will go here. So it will look like this. And you might find this a bit challenging to set up or assemble at first. So I do suggest practicing first, or cutting like a couple of pieces so you can practice assembling it. This should go inside like this. Now, let us go ahead and do this. This will be the same piece or the same pattern that you will be using for the one that will go with the open version. Now let us start. So this will be composed of 2 of these and 2 of these. Same with the heart shape, we are just going to fold along the score lines. So let's do that first. Do the same procedure for the rest of the pieces. Alright, we are going to assemble this first. So I usually start here at the bottom up. So this small flap, actually it might be easier to use tacky glue for this part, because this is a very small part. So same here. And we can go ahead and use hot glue for the other flaps. Do the same for the other side. If you are using tacky glue, you might want to use this paper clip or like, you know, wooden clip to hold it in. Alright, so let's do the same procedure with this other one. So now that we are done with these two, we are ready to attach them together. Let's do that. So I highly suggest going from the bottom up or attaching, parts from the bottom up. And we're gonna do one side at a time. Sometimes it might be easier to go this way. I'm gonna attach this part first. And then we're gonna attach the other one from the inside. There we go. And then let's attach this. There. So how do you feel with your first attachment? Again, you might find it harder to do just because there's like a lot of, I don't know, like connections, but I suggest like practice assembling it until you're comfortable and you're happy with what you've assembled. Now let's attach this. So this flap, you're going to attach the second end. You might find it easier to attach from the inside again, like this. And we're gonna do this. So this will like, you will be like stretching it like this. It looks like a snake head, right? So a story behind this is really fascinating to like when I was making this pattern. So I actually made this from scratch, this pattern. So I modeled it in SketchUp first, and then from SketchUp I kind of like flattened the pattern and then I started tracing it. So this one is from scratch. That's why if you've assembled it, and if you have like any suggestions on making it easier, or some adjustments you want to do with the pattern, let me know, because I can easily adjust it, because again, this was from scratch. Alright, so secure the bottom first. And then secure this part first. And then secure this part. Okay. Now we're just gonna close it. Oh, I forgot to close this part. Alright, now we are just going to close this part. Okay, the last part was easier than the previous parts, so that wasn't bad. So this one, you just gotta be quick. And then we're going to attach this part. And then, yeah, we're done. So I suggest just cleaning, you know, because there's gotta be some glue there. So just clean that up, and we are basically done with this. Alright, here's the tail that we are going to use for this. I almost forgot one crucial or important part of this one. So this one goes here. So we will be pushing it like this here, and then we will be inserting it there. So this is the template, and similar to almost all of the templates, we are just going to fold them by the score lines. So let's go ahead and fold all the score lines. So if you notice, I am using a darker burgundy, or you know, a darker red for this one. So let's go ahead and fold this. This is a bit challenging for me to fold just because this cardstock is very thick. I'm not even sure if this is like 110, but I was able to fold it, so patience is the key. Anyway, so just continue folding. Alright, so we are going to attach this. I mean, attach, you know, the sides of the flaps, assemble it basically. I find it easier to use tacky glue to attach this just because the flaps are so tiny. And the way we are going to assemble this, so like the front part first, the back part should be the last. So let's do that. So there, that's gonna dry up, so don't worry about that. So we are going to close this part like this. I am going to use hot glue here so it attaches easily, and close it like this, and then close this part. Then close this top part. I'll just use this. Alright. So there we go. Now let's get the components. So front part and then this one. So let us attach this first. This part will go like up until here. And what we're going to do is we are going to really like push it down. So let's add a lot of hot glue and we are going to push it down. There. And then we are going to do the same for the other side. So lots of glue. And then push this down. So this will be the back, this will be the front. Okay, now are you ready? You're just going to attach it like this. Well, of course, we gotta put glue. So you can put glue here at the top. There. And then here. And we are just going to push that down, and that's it. So this is the closed version. This alone, you can display it on the wall. So just, you know, this is like a bit flat. So you can like put cardboard tape here and you can directly like push it in a wall, or like, you know, put it in a wall, display it in a wall. If you want to hang it, so what you can do, you cut the same color of paper or, you know, cardboard and just like attach it here, and then, you know, this one you can hang it using a wire. So that one too. But we are done with the closed version. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did like the closed version of the large paper bleeding heart that you're able to make with this tutorial and our template. Check out the next video for the open version of our paper bleeding hearts. Before we go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and watch out for more videos like this.